Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I would like to share with you why I chose Australia. This will be a very random vlog content. It's actually very spontaneous, very raw video, but I just want to share with you on why I chose to parang study here or parang move here in Australia. So syempre, if Australia, you want to see the Sydney Opera House, you want to see something very iconic like parang Darling Harbour or the Botanical Garden or you name it. I'm actually still not familiar with the Sydney places. I just know a few because I live in the city. Hindi ako masyado nakaka-explore, but I want to bring you to a place na very special to me. And yun, siguro alam niyo na yun kung saan, but I just want to film there and share with you why I chose this country more than the other countries. Actually, before I actually wanted to go to Dubai, I wanted to go to Taiwan, I wanted to go to Canada, but God opened doors for me here in Australia. So maybe first I would like to share with you the first thing or parang just a few things that I like here about Australia. I enjoy this place because as you can see, I get to walk anywhere. Parang going to the grocery, going to church, going to work, going to school, going to anywhere, and it is really something I can't enjoy back home because ang init sa Manila, ang hirap maglakad sa Manila, and parang it's not so convenient and safe. But here in Australia, I can walk freely anywhere, and the transportation system is very convenient. You have the trams, you have the train, you have the buses, and everything is really convenient if you want to go from one place to another. And they even said na parang if you want to go to Melbourne, to Brisbane, to Adelaide or somewhere, you can just take the train or parang plane, and it's just very cheap. So this is the Sydney CBD area, so that is parang town hall where I live, and then we're just going to Wynyard Station, and then we'll go from there. As you approach Wynyard Station, you'll see a lot of branded goods like luxury items like Cartier, and then you have Dior over there. You also have Louis Vuitton here, and then I think somewhere over there you'll see Rolex as well. So this is how Sydney Sunday situation looks like, but usually during the weekdays it is very busy in this area. So this is Nespresso, and I work going to the left there. I work at an Italian restaurant called Seta. So here in Sydney, actually, I don't know, maybe in the whole Australia, so every Sunday, around 6 p.m, the shops close already. I think it's their way of resting, but usually during Saturdays, it is the most busiest day of the week compared to Sundays. So we just reached Wynyard Station, and in a few minutes, we will arrive our location. So usually here at Wynyard Station, if you go here at around 9 a.m, you would be surrounded by so many working people, and they walk so fast going to the location we are going to in a few minutes time. So when I used to go here at around 9 a.m, people would usually walk like left, right, and you just can't stop because everyone is at their working mode pace, and so I just followed them. Even though I wanted to walk slower, I could not because everyone was like left, right, going to their workplace. The place that we are going to is called Barangaroo, and to be honest, I didn't really know what Barangaroo. I didn't really know what is special about Barangaroo, but parang when I share to other people that I'll be working in Barangaroo, parang everyone would tell me, "You're going to work in Barangaroo." I said, "Yeah, what's in Barangaroo? What's in Barangaroo? Why is everyone saying Barangaroo? It's Barangaroo." And then when I realized that Barangaroo is a place of parang the hub of CEOs, parang the hub of business people, then doon ko nalaman na okay, Barangaroo is really something worth going to. It's parang a special place here in Sydney. It's actually quite new, sabi nila. It's a quite new siguro location here in Sydney for businesses. And sabi rin ng uncle ko, parang this is the newest parang office hub of working people here in Sydney. And so we're actually in Barangaroo already, but This is my first workplace, and then yung Bell and Brio. That's where I used to, that's my first job here in Sydney. And this is Barangaroo. So welcome to Barangaroo. So yan, ito nga yung Barangaroo. So there's a lot of offices here. So this is a coffee shop, I think. And then this is a office building. Actually, my roommate works here. She works with KPMG, and then that's Bell and Brio over there. And then if you walk at the back, there's more buildings leading you to more companies and more restaurants. And so here are the other buildings which I was talking about earlier. So if you would compare it to the Philippines, I think it is similar to BGC. And so let's end the tour first. So I want to share, para ma-share ko naman sa inyo why I chose to go here in Australia. And so let's just find a place for us to chat. Pakita ko sa iyo yung lugar. And sana maabutan natin yung sunset today kasi last time it was very cloudy, hindi ko siya naabutan. So again, special sa akin yung Barangaroo kasi parang it's my first place kung saan ako nag-work, and yun nga parang it is a place of the CEOs, and I've been praying for this place because similar to the campus missionaries, if you change the campus, you change the world. And sa akin naman, if you change the lives of these CEOs, you also change the whole workforce, the whole and work environment here in Sydney, or actually anywhere. Kasi parang if you touch the lives of CEOs, if you touch the lives of business people, and it will really change the whole work environment, and it will change lives. And kaya sobra kong pinagpipray itong location na to kasi it's really a place of parang influential people here in Sydney. And so another thing that I like about Australia, in just a few steps, pwede ka nang, you can be near the sea. And it's very, very nice. So later, I will show you yung sunset if maabutan natin. So yan, let's start to answer the question, why Australia? So why Australia? Siguro because I've been to France, I've been to the US, and I live in Asia. So Australia is really one of the places na I haven't been to, and it's a place where I've been wanting to go just for a vacation, like just to attend a Hillsong conference, or just look around Melbourne or Sydney. And it's really a place na hindi siya popular choice among my friends, among the people, because usually people go to Europe, people go to France, to Spain, to Paris, to Italy, or to New York, to Canada, but never in Australia. So I really wanted to go here kasi parang it's not the popular choice, and I'm curious na what Australia has to offer. And I really love Australia kasi it resonates with the food choices that I really love to eat. Here in Australia, they have all kinds of milk, from oat milks to soy milks to almond milks to macadamia milks to coconut milks, and Australian food is really, really parang natural and healthy. Maybe you won't find it much in the city because in the city you will find a lot of Asian food. But if you just dig into the real Australian brunch culture, it is very, very parang colorful, very appetizing, and very, very nutritious. So maybe a typical Australian breakfast would consist of avocados, parang toast, scrambled eggs, poached eggs, chia bowls, granola. And it's really something I enjoy eating all the time. It's something good for the body and good for your soul. Because if you eat good food, healthy food, then you will have a parang better energy and a happier life. So that is really one of the things na I want about Australia. Kasi if you go to the US, sobrang heavy ng food. It's very high in calorie, fatty, and parang when I've been there, sobrang nag-gain weight talaga ako. France naman, it's really, really a good place to be because I love the food in France as well. I love the food in Europe so much. It's also very, very natural, but it's just that siguro yung language, it's quite hard for me to understand them. Unlike here in Australia, everyone speaks in English, and it's it's easier for me to communicate with them. So I also like Australia compared to maybe going to Dubai or Canada because the weather here is quite good. Kasi medyo bipolar din yung weather. Sometimes it rains so much, sometimes it's too hot. Actually, ang gulo-gulo ng weather here in Australia, but at least you get parang both kinds of weather. Unlike when you go to Canada, it's really, really cold and I can't really handle super cold weather anymore, even though I lived in Val Thorens for quite some time. And I think if you go to Dubai, medyo sobrang init din. It's very dry. So I actually like Australia kasi parang balance yung season niya. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's manageable if you just have the right equipment. So Australia is a nice place if you want good weather. So yan, I also like Australia. So I just, medyo madilim ako, but I just want to show you the water there. So in Australia, sobrang accessible yung beach. The beach are very accessible. The gardens are very, very accessible. And I love nature so much. And that's why I enjoy random days going to the park, going to the beach. Kahit hindi naman ako mag-swim, I just really enjoy being parang one with nature. Parang it's very peaceful, it's very relaxing, and it's parang a time to communicate with God. And that's really something I don't think I will find in Europe or US, because I think Europe or US is very crowded. Unlike here, parang you're still in the city but you have access to these kinds of nature na sobrang ganda, na parang the parks, the beach. Actually, ang dami kong napuntahang parks lately, sobrang ganda, like the Botanical Gardens, Centennial Park, pero hindi ako naka-vlog kasi parang basta hindi ako naka-vlog, pero parang I really enjoy parang those places kasi sobrang siyang peaceful, sobrang green, and but still you're living in the city, hindi siya province na parang in Manila you have to travel 2 hours, 5 hours, 12 hours just to find that nature na hinahanap ko. So another thing why I like, that's why I went here in Australia, kasi parang sabi nga nila, parang the people here are really, really nice. Actually, when you go to Australia, hindi naman lahat Australian. Like now in Sydney, it is a mixed race. So you'll meet Europeans, you'll meet Asians, you'll meet people from South America, you'll meet people from Middle East. Actually, parang sobrang mixed yung culture, but generally all their vibe is really, really nice. It's very uplifting, it's very, parang they are also kind and respectful to one another. Hindi sila yung parang bastos or something. I actually didn't feel parang discriminated here. And it's actually a place where I'd like to be. Kasi parang you feel safe, you feel you can be yourself, and yun. So parang actually some people, actually yung friend ko, sinasabi niya na parang, I think you're adjusting well in Sydney. I said, yeah, okay naman, kasi parang people are very welcoming, people are very approachable, and people are very, very nice to me. And kahit hindi pa namin kilalang isa't isa, parang people are very, very open to welcome you in their place, welcome you in their community, and parang just be friends with you. And parang that's really important if you're new here in Sydney, new here in Australia, kasi parang how can you find people parang whom you can trust, whom you can be with nga. And that's something I really enjoy here in Sydney, kasi yung mga tao very, very easy to be with. So maybe share ko lang as simple as siguro with my roommates. I have roommates, housemates. So I live with Thai people, and recently I lived with Lara, yung is parang she's Argentinian. And you know, kahit we have different race, different cultures, parang it wasn't hard for me to adjust living with them. Actually, it was very fun. Siyempre parang there are things na you don't get along with, pero the whole package is still very, very good, and it's quite shocking na we get along together. And then siguro one thing why I moved, parang why I went here nga in Sydney, or why I went to Australia, because as you know, parang I'm a chef, and here in Australia, in demand talaga yung chef, so it's not hard for me to find a job, and that's really something very parang advantageous. Tama ba yung term? Parang sobrang advantage sa akin. So, this is really a place where I wanted to be, kasi nga sabi nila parang Australia needs chefs. So, parang okay, that's nice, kasi parang if you go to other countries like US or France or parang Europe in general, parang you don't know how to get to that pathway of getting a job, getting a good workplace. So here in Australia, there's really a lot of job openings if you are working in the kitchen or in the hospitality industry. So actually, I don't know what other reasons I have why I'm here in Australia. I don't actually know parang why I'm in Australia actually. Kasi parang it was just a very sudden jump last October 2021. And it's actually parang bigla lang siyang binigay sa akin ni God na go to Australia. Actually, parang a lot of people were saying, why do you want to go to Australia? Dahil ba parang maraming pumupunta doon. I mean, because you see sa newsfeed mo sa Facebook na maraming tao na sa Australia. I said, no, parang hindi ko rin naman talagang gusto pumunta ng Australia because it's just a place that I want to visit but not really like study, work, and everything. Pero God opened doors for me. As you have seen naman my journey, hindi siya madali. Parang I almost, parang muntik na akong mag-give up for my application, for my visa application here, but still God was very, very faithful, and now I'm here in Sydney. Actually, dati pinapadala ko lang yung flavored hot chocolate mix ko here. I mean, for my friend to picture it behind the Sydney Opera House, and parang looking back, parang shocks. Dati yung product ko lang yung nandito, now ako na yung nandito sa Sydney, and I'm very thankful to God because I'm just siguro 3 months here in Sydney, and I can say that God has been so faithful, and God has brought so much people in my life na parang ni-reach out ko, and parang so much people in my life na parang parang giving me parang okay, gets ko na bakit ako dinala dito. Parang it's really to reach out to parang more people, parang to change lives, and parang to touch the lives of people through God. And I'm really excited to meet more people here in Sydney. I'm excited to share God's love more here in Sydney. And yun, sobrang faithful ni God sa akin here in Sydney, from providing sa mga needs ko, from strength to wisdom, clarity, and protection. And I'm thankful to God that dinala niya ako dito sa Sydney. Actually, hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala na parang I'm here in Sydney, kasi parang minsan when I wake up, I feel like I'm living here for 10 years already. But yun nga, it's just 3 months, but in those 3 months, sobrang dami na nangyari sa buhay ko. And I'm thankful because lahat yun parang ginawa ni God for me to grow, to strengthen my faith in Him, and to really parang know my purpose here in Sydney. So I'm really excited for what's to come, and I'm really excited for parang to see how God will move in my life here in Sydney. And so that is the end of this vlog. I hope you have learned something on why I chose to go here to Australia. So if you have any questions about why I wanted to move here in Australia, just post it in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And thank you for watching, and I just want to ask for more questions. If may mga questions pa kayo, like anything under the sun, I would love to do it, and then I would like to make a new content answering all those questions while eating Hungry Jacks. And if makakuha ko ng enough number of questions, I will do that content. Yan. So thank you again for watching, and see you on my next vlog. Bye, stay safe, and God bless.